Hi children, I hope you all are following our videos. So children, here in this previous video what we discussed, we related to roots we discussed, right? So sum of the roots, product of the roots, the difference of the roots, as well as reciprocals and quotient of the roots also we discussed. So now in this video we are going to discuss about that sum of the squares of the roots. Okay, sum of the squares of the given quadratic equation roots. Sum of the squares of the roots of a quadratic equation. Okay, so here sum of the squares of the roots. So up to now we learned about that sum of the roots, product of the roots. But here what the given? Sum of the squares of the roots of a given quadratic equation. So here we know that alpha and beta. Okay, alpha is equal to minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, and beta is equal to minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Understand ma? Alpha and beta values we know that. Now here sum of the squares of the roots. Squares of the root means alpha square, and square of the another root is beta square. Its a sum means alpha square plus beta square. Okay, so which is equals to, here this is in the form of a square plus b square. So a square plus b square formula, what is that ma? We know that a plus b whole square formula, we know that, right? So which is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, now here a square plus b square value we required, which is equals to a plus b whole square plus 2ab become as minus 2ab. So this is the formula for that a square plus b square. So same formula apply here, alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 into alpha beta. Okay, a plus b whole square minus 2ab is equal to a square plus b square. Understand? So here alpha plus beta is nothing but a sum of the roots. So sum of the roots we know that sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and product of the roots is equal to c by a. Okay, so just use those two here. So minus b by a whole square minus 2 into c by a. Okay, which is equals to minus b whole square means b square by a square minus 2c by a. Okay, so here what is the LCM of a square and a? Which is equal to a square. So here b square minus here 2ac, and here only one time a is there, no? So that's why 2ac. Understand? So this is the value of alpha square plus beta square. So alpha square plus beta square value, what is that ma? B square minus 2ac by a square. Okay, so let us see the example. Example, x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So here alpha square plus beta square. So this value we need to find out. So alpha square plus beta square is equal to, what is the formula? B square minus, b square means minus 5 whole square minus 2ac. 2 into a is equal to 1 and c is equal to 6 whole by a square. A square means 1 square. So which is equals to, here minus 5 whole square, that is 25, minus here 2 into 6 is equal to 2 6 are 12 whole by 1. Okay, Why? Because here 2AC, no? So which is equals to 25 minus 12, which is equals to 13. So by this way we got that 13. Okay. So we know the roots of this equation. Now what are those two? 2 and 3. So here 2 square plus 3 square. We know that. Okay. So 2 square is equal to 4 plus 3 square is 9. So 9 plus 4 is 13. So here also in this process also we got that 13. So without finding roots we can find the sum of the squares of the roots. Am I clear, children? So next see that sum of the squares of reciprocals of the roots. Sum of the squares of reciprocals of the roots, which means the reciprocal of alpha is 1 by alpha, its square is 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square. Okay. So 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square value we need to find out. So take the LCM of alpha square and beta square is alpha square into beta square, and its numerator is beta square plus alpha square. Okay. So we can write this one as alpha square plus beta square by alpha beta whole square. Okay. So already we know the formula for that alpha square plus beta square. What is the formula here? B square minus 2AC by A square. So just see here, alpha square plus beta square is equal to B square minus 2AC by A square. Okay. So B square minus 2AC by A square. And what is the formula for that alpha beta? Alpha beta whole square is C by A whole square. Okay. So which is equals to B square minus 2AC by A square into its reciprocal. C by A whole square means C square by A square, which is equal to A square by C square. So A square and A square gets cancelled, which is equals to B square minus 2AC by C square. B square minus 2AC by C square. So this is the value. Did you understand, ma? Okay. So this is the value of sum of the squares of the reciprocals. Okay. So here check that example. X square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So by using this one, here 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square, which is equals to B square minus 5 whole square minus 2 into 1 into 6 by C square. C square is 36, which is equals to 25 minus 12 by 36. Okay. So which is equals to 25 minus 13, which is 13 by 36. Okay. So what is that value, ma, here? 13 by 36. So let us check that values. We know that 2 and 3, right? 2 and 3 are that alpha is equal to 2, beta is equal to 3. So see, by using this formula, see here, 1 by alpha square means 2 square is 4 plus beta square is 9. So which is equals to 9 4s 36 is the LCM. Okay. And its numerator 1 into 9, 1 into 4. So 9 plus 4, 13 by 36. So here also we got the same result. Am I clear, children? So this is that is sum of the squares of the reciprocal of the roots. Okay. Next, difference of the reciprocals. Okay. Before that, difference, see here, difference of the squares of the roots. We didn't find this one, no? So first we will see that. Difference of the squares of the roots. Difference of the squares of the roots. Okay. So here difference of the squares means alpha square is alpha whole square minus beta square. Okay. So alpha square minus beta square, what is that value, ma? Alpha plus beta into alpha minus beta. Alpha plus beta into alpha minus beta. So Alpha plus beta value we know that. What is that alpha plus beta? Minus b by a. Okay. So, alpha minus beta is equal to square root of b square minus 4ac by a. Okay. Actually, this is modulus. Now, here positive or negative we don't know that I said. Okay. So, which is equals to minus b into square root of b square minus 4ac by a into a is equal to a square. So, this is the value of modulus of alpha square minus beta square, either positive or negative. Okay. So, this is about the difference of the squares of the roots. Okay. Let us say that x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So, here alpha square minus beta square, which is equals to modulus of minus b, which is equals to minus of minus 5 into square root of minus 5 whole square minus 4 into 1 into 6 whole by a square, which is equals to 1 square, which is equals to modulus of minus into minus is plus 5 into square root of 25 minus 24, okay, whole by 1, which is equals to 5 into 25 minus 24, again that is 1 by 1. So, again we will get it as 5. Okay. So, just to check that ma, we know that the roots of the equation 2 and 3. So, it's a difference they are asking. So, 3 square minus 2 square. 3 3 is 9 minus 2 square is 4, which is equals to 5. Modulus we are keeping, no. So, 2 square minus 3 square we will get it as minus 5. Understand ma? So, this is about that squares. Okay. So, what is the sum of the squares of the roots and what is the sum of the squares of its reciprocals and what is the difference of the squares? Understand? So, in that next video, we will discuss about that cubes of that roots. Okay. Thank you all. So, hi children, how are you all? I hope all you fine. So, children, in that previous video, we discussed about that squares and squares of the roots, its sum and difference. Okay. Sum of the squares of the roots and sum of the squares of the reciprocals of the roots and difference of the squares of the roots. Okay. These three we learnt in that previous video. Okay. Now, in this video, we are going to discuss about that sum of the cubes of the roots. Okay. And in the same way, sum of the cubes of the reciprocals of the roots. Okay. Let us say that the first one. What is that first one? Sum of the cubes of the roots. Sum of the cubes of the roots. Okay. So, sum of the cubes of the roots means here alpha cube plus beta cube. Cubes of the roots and its sum. Am I clear to you? Which is equals to, here this is in the form of a cube plus b cube. So, a cube plus b cube formula, what is that ma? A plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. How we got this formula? Actually, this formula is a plus b whole cube. Formula what is that ma? A cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Okay. Now, from this one, we required that a cube plus b cube. So, a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. Am I clear? So, apply the same formula here. So, a is equal to alpha, b is equal to beta. Okay. So, which is equals to alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Understand my that formula? Now, by observing this one here, we will get that idea. What is that? Here alpha plus beta means that is nothing but sum of the roots. Okay. So, sum of the roots formula we know that minus b by a whole cube minus 3 into alpha into beta, that is product of the roots c by a, and this is sum of the roots, which is equals to minus b by a. Okay. So, which is equals to minus b whole cube, which is equals to minus b cube by a cube. Minus into minus is plus 3 bc by a square. Okay, so which is equals to here, what is the LCM here? LCM is a cube and here minus b cube plus 3. Here a is there, no, here a 2 times only there and here 3 times there. So that's why 3abc. Okay, we can write this one as 3abc minus b cube by a cube. Okay, 3abc minus b cube by a cube. So this is the formula for that sum of the cubes of the roots. Sum of the cubes of the roots. Okay, so let us see the example. X square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, so here see that sum of the cubes, no, so alpha cube plus beta cube is equal to, what is that formula here, ma? 3abc minus b cube by a cube. So here 3 into a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 5, c is equal to 6. Minus of b cube means minus 5 whole cube, whole by 1 cube, which is equals to, here see, 6 5 is 30. 30 into 3 is equal to 90. So minus 90. And here minus of, here 125. Why? Because here minus 5 whole cube now. So that is minus 125 whole by 1, which is equals to minus 90 plus here 125. So 125 minus 90, which is equals to 35. Am I clear to you, ma? So what is that answer here? 35. Is it correct or not? See here. We know that roots alpha is equal to 2, beta is equal to 3. Okay, those two are the roots of x square minus 5x plus 6. Actually, the roots of this equation. Okay, now here the sum of the cubes of the values. So 2 cube plus 3 cube. So 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27. So 27 plus 8 is equal to 35. So here also we got that 35. Did you understand that, ma? Okay. Now next to say that sum of the cubes of reciprocals of the roots. Okay. What is the next one? Sum of the roots of reciprocals. Sum of the cubes of reciprocals of the roots. Reciprocals of the roots. Reciprocals of the roots. Okay, so see here, which means 1 by alpha cube plus 1 by beta cube. Okay, so which is equals to, first simplify this one, alpha cube and beta cube, its LCM is alpha cube into beta cube. We can write that one as alpha beta whole cube. Okay, so after that it's a numerator beta cube plus alpha cube. We will get this one as alpha cube plus beta cube. Clear? So alpha cube plus beta cube value, what is that, ma? Already we know that, just now only completed, no? Alpha cube plus beta cube is equal to 3abc minus b cube by 3abc minus b cube by a cube. 3abc minus b cube by a cube whole by, here alpha beta means product of the roots. So product of the roots value is c by a whole cube. Okay, so which is equals to 3abc minus b cube by a cube into, it's a reciprocal, a cube by c cube. So a cube and a cube gets cancelled, which is equals to 3abc minus b cube by c cube. Am I clear to you? So this is the value of 1 by alpha cube plus 1 by beta cube. Okay, let us see that example. So again the example, x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So 1 by alpha cube plus 1 by beta cube, which is equals to 3abc, 3 into 1 into b is equal to minus 5 into 6. okay, minus b cube, which means minus 5 whole cube whole by c cube. Okay, so by simplifying this one, again we will get the same result as that previous one. Why? Because already we simplified this one. No, there is no change in that. So there we got that 90 minus 120 plus 125 minus 90 we got. Okay, after simplifying this, whole by 6 cube means 6 6 36, 36 into 6 is equal to 216. Okay, so which is equals to, here this value is 35 by 216. Okay, those two will be cancelled, ma'am? No. Okay, by 7 table also not possible, 5 table also not possible. Okay, so that is the value of 35 by 216. Okay, by taking that roots, just check this one. So 1 by 2 cube plus 1 by 3 cube, 1 by 8 plus 1 by 27. So which is equals to, here 27 and 8, it's LCM. So these two product we can take, no, 27 into 8. Here 27 plus 8, which is equals to 35, and here 8 7s 56, 8 2 16 plus 25 is 216. So here also we got that 35 by 216. So children, did you understand, ma? So this is related to cubes of that roots. Okay, next power 4. Okay, so power 4, how to simplify that? See, so and in the similar way, alpha power 4 plus beta power 4 value, how to write this one, ma? So simply we can write this one as alpha square whole square plus beta square whole square. Okay, so alpha square whole square plus beta square whole square means total alpha square, take this one as a, and beta square take it as b. So a square plus b square. So a square plus b square formula is a plus b whole square minus 2ab. Yes or no? A plus b whole square minus 2ab formula that is. Okay, so here alpha square plus beta square, already we know the value of that alpha square plus beta square. What is that? B square minus 2ac by a. Okay, b square minus 2ac by a square minus 2 into alpha square beta square, which is equals to alpha beta whole square. So alpha beta means here product of the roots only, no? So 2 into c by a whole square. So which is equals to b square minus 2ac by a square minus 2c square by a square. So which is equals to, LCM is a square. So b square minus 2ac minus 2c square. So this is the value of alpha power 4 plus beta power 4. So children, like this only we can write that for any power we can simplify this. If we know that the previous value, then we can find that any power. Okay, it's a difference also we can find that alpha power 4 minus beta power 4. We can write this one as alpha square whole square minus beta square whole square. Now this is in the form of a square minus b square only, no? So here alpha plus beta into alpha minus beta, a square, a plus b into a minus b. So alpha square minus beta square. Okay, just substitute that alpha square plus beta square value, alpha square minus beta square value, already we know that. So simplify that. So children, like this way we can simplify for that any power. Understand, ma? So in this video we discussed about that cubes, sum of the cubes of the roots as well as sum of the cubes of the reciprocals of the roots, and in the same way here we learned that power 4 also. So like that only power 5 and so on we can find that. Okay, thank you all. So in that next video we will meet with worksheet. Okay, thank you all.